For millions of global Indians, staying connected to home can feel like navigating a maze of really complex rules. Well, today, we're going to explore an innovative new tool that's designed to cut right through all of that complexity, turning all that confusion into real clarity. So, if you're a non-resident Indian or an overseas citizen of India, you know this reality all too well. I mean, whether you're managing property back home, dealing with family finances, or maybe just planning a visit, that connection to India is so powerful. But it also comes with a very unique set of challenges. And let's be honest, that web of rules can feel like a maze, right? From OCI card renewals and tax laws to banking regulations and all that legal paperwork. It can be seriously overwhelming trying to keep everything straight. And you're not alone in this. This is a shared headache for millions of people. But what if there was a way to get clear, simple answers instantly? Well, that's the promise of a new digital expert, designed from the ground up to tackle this very problem. So let me introduce you to the NRI OCI GPT. Think of it as your own personal digital assistant. It's a specialized AI tool that's been trained specifically to answer your questions about Indian regulations. Its core mission is pretty simple: to make all this information clear, accurate, and just accessible for you. So how does it actually help you? Well, it takes all that dense government jargon and translates it into plain, simple English. It turns these complex processes into easy step-by-step guides. And crucially, it doesn't just give you an answer. No, it points you to the verified official sources so you can be confident the information you're getting is accurate and up-to-date. All right, let's put this thing to the test with one of the most common headaches for the entire global Indian community: the rules around OCI cards and visas. Okay, take OCI card renewals. The rules can seem so complex, but they really just boil down to 3 key moments. There's a mandatory update for minors when they get a new passport, then there's a one-time reissue after you turn 20, and a final one after you turn 50. That's it. All that complexity simplified down to just 3 key life stages. So much easier. Next up, we're going to tackle an even bigger topic: taxation. For many, this is where the stakes feel the highest, and where clarity is absolutely essential for staying compliant. You know, the entire system rests on one fundamental difference. As an NRI, you are taxed only on income earned or received in India. A resident Indian, on the other hand, is taxed on their global income. Understanding this single distinction is the absolute bedrock of NRI tax planning. But you might be wondering, what happens if your country of residence also wants to tax that income? Well, to prevent you from being taxed twice, India has signed over 90 of these things called double taxation avoidance agreements, or DTAAs. Now, each treaty is a little different, and a tool like this can help you understand the specific rules that apply between India and the country where you live. So once you understand the tax rules, the next logical step is managing your money. How you bank and invest across borders depends entirely on choosing the right accounts from the start. And this basically comes down to 3 main account types. For any earnings from abroad that you want to keep tax-free in India and easily send back, you'd use an NRI or FCNR account. But for income you earn in India, like maybe rent from a property, you need an NRO account, and that one's taxable. Choosing the right account from the start is just vital to managing your finances effectively. Of course, none of this works without the right paperwork. Getting your legal documentation correct right from the beginning is so critical to avoiding serious complications down the road. Let's look at 3 essentials. A power of attorney is basically useless unless it's properly notarized or apostilled. That's a really common mistake. A PAN card is pretty much non-negotiable for almost any major financial transaction. And maybe the most frequent point of confusion, an Aadhaar card is only for those who physically reside in India for more than 182 days a year. It's a simple rule, but one that trips up so many people. But hey, it's not all about these heavy legal and financial topics. What about just day-to-day life? The guidance here covers the practical side of your connection to India. This could be anything from understanding the latest customs duty allowances when you fly in, to the specific rules for converting a foreign driver's license, or even just getting tips for a local mobile connection. It's all about making the entire experience smoother. Now, you might be thinking, can't I just use a generic AI for this? And you know what? That's a totally fair question. But here's what really sets this tool apart. The unique value isn't just one thing, but how these 5 elements all work together. It's specialized, so it's not distracted by irrelevant information. It's practical, giving you checklists instead of just abstract theory. And most importantly, it's reliable because it's constantly cross-referencing official government portals. This focus allows it to be really supportive, using simple, approachable language so you're never lost in the jargon. This whole idea is captured perfectly in a quote from the source material, which says the goal is to be more than a knowledge base, it is a trusted companion for global Indians. That really shifts the perspective, doesn't it? It's not just about information, it's about support. So what does this all add up to? Well, it's about taking a process that feels so complicated and making it feel manageable. It's really about simplifying your connection to India. And that's the ultimate takeaway here. The goal of a tool like this is empowerment. It gives you the confidence to manage your affairs, make investments, and stay connected with your heritage, all without being bogged down by bureaucratic hurdles. Ultimately, technology like this just offers a new way to bridge distances and dissolve complexity. So the real question isn't just about finding answers anymore. It's about what you could build, create, or invest in if the friction of bureaucracy simply disappeared.